Aloha, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I help bring harmony to your head, your heart, and your home.
And I'm Dr. Kara Gubbins of the Animal Wisdom Circle, and I'm here to connect you to animals, nature, and spirit so that you can live your best life.
Beautiful. And we're so excited for our topic today.
Yay!
Our favorite, it's tools for manifesting. So this is part 4 in the series around energetic tools, and this is one of our favorite topics. So we're both super excited to share with you today. So what do we do when we start with manifesting? What's the very first thing?
So I really think the first thing is to get clear on what you want. So oftentimes we kind of block ourselves and we don't let ourselves even want what we want, not even like as a far-fetched dream or anything. But the first step is to get clear on that and then to set an intention. Like my intention is to travel to Thailand. My intention is to attract 3 new clients. Whatever it is that you want, state it in that positive, active way, and that starts to shift the energy right then and there. And sometimes that's enough. Like that can be really, really powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I use I am phrases a lot, which indicates that it's like already happening. So, I am, working with 3 new clients, or I am finding the perfect new home, right? There's lots of different ways to do that, but stating in the present tense and as an action, I think is helpful. And also what you want, not what you don't want, right? So many people are really good at identifying what they don't want. I think we're all really pros at that. But the thing is, even if you state it in the reverse, like, oh, I don't want to have, I don't want to be in debt. What you're actually telling the universe is that you want to be in debt, because the words are actually important as well. The universe doesn't hear don't, not, and no. So you want to be really careful about stating things in the positive, in the present tense, as if it's already happened even. You can even do it in like the past tense, as if it's already happened.
Yeah, a lot of people, will state it and like, thank you for my new job. Thank you for that they haven't gotten yet, but it's like they're in that place of already having it, and that gratitude, which just raises your vibration level and makes it so much easier for that to come to you because you're a match for it.
Yes. Yeah. Gratitude is beautiful. Okay. So let's get started talking about tools. What's one of your favorite tools to use?
So one of my go-to tools is I'm very visual. So I will do what's called a living vision, which is kind of like a mind map. And I'll just doodle on a piece of paper and I'll put like, I did this for a retreat I led in Thailand earlier this year. But 2 years before that, I had the dream. And so I wrote it down and I did a little heart in the middle. I should have brought it to show you, but I just put, Thailand 2017, and then I did little spokes off of that heart. And each one I wrote down an experience that I wanted to have while I was there.
Oh, nice.
So, and I wrote it as an affirmation. I'm enjoying the fabulous food in Thailand. I'm connecting deeply with elephants because I went to an elephant sanctuary. And so it evoked all of the feelings and the experiences that I wanted to have. And there was nothing like, it was all good. So every time I looked at it, I felt that energy of, oh, that good Thai food and all those amazing elephants. And it just, brought that feeling into me. And that was an energetic match that helped that come to fruition.
Nice. Beautiful. I love that. And a similar type of tool is a dream board. Or a vision board. I call them dream boards. Some people call them vision boards. And it's a beautiful way to help really in pictures and words attract in the things that you want. I do a little bit different style of this. I do a Feng Shui dream board, so it's a little bit more organized and it's a different little process. And it's really cool because it covers each specific area of your life. So there's like 9 sections on the board, and we use the color for that area of your home to boost the energy of those dreams. So that color is actually behind that, and that's one of the things you'll see in in the link below that I'm going to provide today, as I've got an online kit that you can order that will have everything to be able to do that. How do you do vision boards or dream boards?
So I do something similar, but I draw it. So I do what I call a dream drawing. And I'll show you a recent one. This is from about maybe 2 Januaries ago. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can see that, right?
Yeah.
So that's me in the center, and I'm surrounded by animals. And these are all animals I want to go see in the wild. So I want to go to the Galapagos and swim with the marine iguanas and the seals there. And I want to swim with the dolphins. And this is one that has already manifested since I created this. This is visiting the elephants in Thailand. I want to go to Africa, so there's a giraffe over here.
Oh, nice.
This came about like really organically. I didn't have a plan. I was leading a workshop, and I thought I was just facilitating. And then while everybody else was drawing, I was like, well, I'm just going to doodle this little thing. And it showed up that way with me in the center and then the animals. And then the next thing was to have a book associated with each of those trips. And so the really cool thing is that I didn't know what trip would be first. I didn't know that any of this would actually happen. But this, you can see it's in a frame. I keep it next to my computer. I just finished writing this book this week, and this is going to be published next month.
Oh, yay!
So this has all happened. I've got this little corner done. So look out, Galapagos. I'm on my way.
That's
so
awesome.
That's a powerful one for me because I'm visual, and it just, every time I look at animals, I'm just like in love. So it puts me right into that space.
Yes. Yeah, the visual piece of it, I'm very visual too, and having something to actually look at is really important. And I think that's part of why, to kind of just segue into Feng Shui a little bit, part of why Feng Shui is really powerful too. So Feng Shui, for people that don't know what it is, hopefully those of you that are watching my channel know by now what Feng Shui is. But Feng Shui is an Chinese art and science. And it's all about the energy of the things in your space and creating an energetic environment that supports the things that you want to draw in. So Feng Shui is all, is a tool itself for manifesting. And the reason Feng Shui, I think, is really powerful is lots of times, even when adjustments are hidden, you still know that they're there. So when you walk by that, picture that has a little mirror behind it that's expanding, expanding a space for you, or whatever that mirror is doing for you, it makes you remember and think about, like, yeah, my intention. And we are super in Feng Shui, like, that's the first thing is, like, what is your intention? It's not just about moving your stuff. It's like, why are you doing it? What's the point? And so it's really really important to be able to do that. And there's lots of different things that you can do with Feng Shui to help manifest things. This is one small little tool that I really like. And these are 3 Chinese coins. The Chinese coins are the ones that have the little square in the center, and then they have symbols on both sides. And this is the 3 coins tied together. And this is really powerful for instance, when you're writing a book, or when you have a project, or even something that you have some confusion around, you can actually set this on that, on the book, or on whatever it is that you're needing some guidance around. And this helps bring forth the answers and make it a smoother transition with that. Another thing that I love to do is, it's kind of fun to be able to show you guys some things. This is a kit. I don't currently have these for sale. If somebody really wanted them, I probably would be able to put it up on Etsy. I did have them up on Etsy at one time, but this is an abundance kit. So you can see it's got a little piggy bank in there. There's all these instructions. There's a cloth, all that kind of stuff. But the abundance kit, so that's another way, Feng Shui adjustment. It's actually the treasure box adjustment that you can use to help manifest. And it's you're taking very specific actions to help bring those things into you. So very simple things that you can do Feng Shui wise to help manifest the things that you want in your life.
And that reminds me of another tool that I use, which is really similar to the 3 coins, but I use my magic stone. So when I draw my ideal scene, or I write down, sometimes I'll do what I call a living vision, where I write down my future as if it's in the present tense. And that piece of paper I'll just put someplace, and I'll put a little magic stone on top. And every time I think about it, I'll remember that my magic stone is at work. So I don't have to worry about it. It's happening. I just send energy to my magic stone. It takes care of it. This was what I did for the Thailand retreat as well. I had this on my ideal scene, and just every time I was like, I don't have enough people yet. How are we going to do this? I just went, Magic Rock has got it. So very similar to the Chinese coins, but
nice. I love that. And I'd like to say a little bit more about the living vision. I do something similar. I call it a dream life directive. Same kind of thing, but it's really about like actually taking the time to write out the things that you want. There's something really powerful about putting pen to paper and using your hand to write helps boost that. So it's like speaking the things, yes, thinking them, yes, writing super powerful, and the pictures are super powerful. So actually writing out like each different area of your life. And that's actually, I do a little bit, the dream board kit has in it a guided meditation, which kind of can give you a start about what you want. But the Dream Life Directive is really like each specific area of your life, you're writing out like everything that you want to draw in or attract. And what I love to do with that, which I think is even more powerful, is then to record it in my own voice. So I make a recording of it, and then I did this with one that I had for a long time. I did this. I don't currently have one that I've done recently, but I did this, and I just, back when we had the CDs, well, people still do have CD players in their cars, I would pop the CD in every time I got in the car. I would pop that CD in, and it was about 20 minutes. Like, it was about a 20-minute CD, and there's lots of different places that I would go that were about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, right? And so I would pop it in, and I would just listen to it, and it got so that I just like, it was just like, well, of course this is going to happen. I'd listened to it so many times. I'm like, yeah, that's totally my reality, right? I should really go back and listen to it now and see what's in there, because I would imagine this living a life in a tropical location was probably part of it. I'm sure it was. So that's something else that I do that can be really powerful.
Beautiful. What else do we do, Kim? I'm kind of looking at my notes. You talked about the guided meditation. I do a similar thing. I do a guided visualization to go see your future, where you get a visual, almost like watching a movie of your future, and that's super powerful. That I've done for myself and my coaching clients, and it makes a big difference in physically just feeling the peace, knowing that there's something out there that's drawing you forward, that it's all going to happen. It's all going to be okay.
Yeah, I really like that. You mentioned, which I know it's kind of a silly little thing, but you mentioned using roses to save
yeah.
What's that about?
Yeah. I use roses for the little stuff. So what we've talked about so far is kind of more big whole life kinds of things.
Yeah.
But for manifesting little things, I throw roses. So if I'm running late to drop my kids off at school, we'll all throw a rose at the stoplight to keep a green light, or to get there at the green light.
Okay.
I use them to save parking places. When I was flying down to LA a lot, I was flying on Southwest, which, you can't really reserve a seat, so you don't know what you're going to get. And I used to put a rose up so that I could have an overhead bin for my carry-on. So it didn't get,
Perfect.
like when I get home, I want to get my bag and get in my car and drive home. So I didn't want to wait for the luggage.
Yeah.
So a rose is just a neutral thing. And until you give it a function, it doesn't have anything to do. But by saying, save me a parking place, or get a green light, or whatever it is that you want, you start to use that energetic tool to manifest in the physical world.
Yes. And affirmations, I will just say affirmations do help with this as well. There was a time when I just really got into affirmations, and it really made a shift for me, because what happened is I would go to those affirmations. So they were ones where I was actually recovering from a surgery at the time, and I read Shad Helmstedter's book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. And it was all about affirmations. And so I wrote out all these different affirmations. And when I would walk, which was part of me getting better, when I would walk, I would just read them. And it got to be, again, where I just like that would pop into my mind. So if I was running late, for example, it would pop into my mind, I'm always on time. I'm always right where I need to be, exactly when I need to be there. I still, to this day, and it's been, oh gosh, I had that surgery probably 2007. So 10 years ago.
10 years.
And I still remember that, I'm always on time. I'm always right where I need to be, exactly when I need to be there. Being on time is easy for me, right?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that one.
Yeah, right? I know, it is. Here in Hawaii, it's not as big a deal, which sounds funny but it's Hawaii and people are just a little bit more laid back, which is perfect for me because that's how I roll. My dad drives me crazy when I'm late, but me here in Hawaii, people are like, oh, it's perfect, It's so perfect.
Good timing.
Yeah. So affirmations, I don't want to discount them because I do feel like they have a strong impact on us. If nothing else, but giving our mind somewhere to go, so we're not going to the negative thoughts, right?
Well, and that makes me remember too, when we do go to the negative thoughts, we have an energetic tool for that as well. And that's EFT tapping. So tapping on those meridians as I'm worried, I'm going to miss my flight, I'm going to be late, I'm going to miss the meeting. You clear that energy from your body, and it's.
So we're showing you the points of I gone when I clear.
I do too.
So I immediately, and my body just knows because I've tapped so many times on so many different things, and I will do this when I'm driving. I don't necessarily do all the points when I'm driving, but if I'm like concerned about something, I'm going somewhere and I'm worried about something, or if I just got triggered, something triggered me, then I will do that. I will just tap, and it does help. And I use this tool with my clients too. It does help clear out. Just clear things, and it helps because when you get that we get the stuck energy in our body, and when we get that clear, it does help us then be able to be more of an open channel to manifest the things that we want to see, the route or the path for us as well, right?
Yeah. I'll just tell a short story because it just brought that whole process home to me so well. I was running late to catch a plane to fly from the West Coast to the East Coast, and I had to change flights in Chicago. And if I missed my first flight, I would miss my flight in Chicago that would get me into North Carolina because it didn't get in until 10:30. It was the last flight in or something like that. So I felt a lot of pressure. And I just said, my intention is to be in North Carolina tonight. And every time I got worried, I just started tapping, like, I'm never going to make it. There's too much traffic. What's going to happen? Blah, blah, blah. And until I could breathe again and go, okay, my intention is to be in North Carolina tonight.
Yes.
And by the time I got to the airport, I was really late. There were long lines everywhere. I had to check my bag, which I hadn't planned on doing because I had something that was too big to go, And every time it would like tense me up, and I go, I'm tense about this. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And then I breathe again. My intention's to be in North Carolina. So my seat had been given away by the time I got to the gate. And they said, well, just hold on. We'll see if the plane fills or not. We can't give you a seat. And I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to make it. Right. So my intention's to be in North Carolina. And there were 2 seats left on the plane. They gave one to me, one to somebody else. I was the last person to hand my ticket to the flight attendant. They closed the doors behind me. As they closed the doors behind me, I heard the one attendant saying to the other, let's get out of the gate soon because there's 2 people who have tickets to this flight that aren't going to get on it and they're going to be mad. It was like just the skin of my teeth that I got on that flight. And I really think that I could have gone and been all scrambled and, been even later or been really rude to the person at the desk who would be like, you're not getting on.
Right. Yeah.
Or whatever, but I just kept clearing any of that worry and fear and realigning with my intention, and it happened. And so I feel like it's a really powerful tool to have when you do worry, because we all do sometimes.
Yes.
Tap and clear it, and then go back to what's your intention.
Yes, and I think that's a beautiful coming full circle, because we started out talking about intention and how important intention is, and we're ending by talking about how important intention is, because that really does make a difference in the things that happen in your life. What you intend and what you focus on is what you bring about. So it's really, really, really super important, I feel like. So what have you got for folks?
So this month I'm really excited because every January I teach a visioning class. And so in this visioning class, we do all this stuff. It's awesome. So I lead everybody on a meditation to go see their future. You draw an ideal scene. You do a dream drawing. And we do some tapping, we create intentions, and it's just a really powerful way to start the year. So all the info about that will be in a link below. So I hope you guys come join me, because it's super fun.
Nice, very fun. And I've got for you guys a link below for my dream board kits. They're just $22 is the online kit, so super reasonably priced, and it gives you everything, including the meditation, a link to listen to the meditation, and all the different handouts and all of that. So that typically I normally do as a 3 or 4 hour class, is what I have done in the past as a live class, but you guys get the benefit of that in the online version, so you can take advantage of that. And we will have a new series coming up. I'm super excited about that. Next week we will be starting with universal, what do we call that?
Guidance, right? Universal guidance?
Universal guidance, yes. And it's all about signs, symbols, and synchronicities. So we get questions about this all the time, like, how do I know, how do I receive signs? I don't get any signs, is what a lot of people tell me, which is, you know, just a bunch of hogwash, because you do, we all do. So we'll be diving really deep into all of those different areas. So watch for those videos to start next week.
That'd be fun.
And for now, just really enjoy, and feel free to go back and listen to these over and over again. You know, I have, and Kara has, we have links on our website. We have a page on each one of our websites that has all the videos. So if you're, instead of having to search through, because I know I have a lot of videos on my YouTube, and Kara does too, but instead of having to search through, you can go to our website and see a page with all the videos. Mine happened to be under angel reading section, and it's under Intuitive Tuesdays is where you'd find it on mine. Where would you find it on your website?
Mine is under Events and Intuitive Tuesdays. And we can put our links below as well, so make it easy if you do want to go back and look at the whole series. They're there.
Perfect. Yep. Awesome. All right. That's all for now, folks. Have a great day.